this light needs to come off, and we need to get to this side in here, inner fender skirt, and look at it and evaluate what we're doing.
Live.
And then we'll have it, then it'll be finalized. Should I turn my phone on mute too, Bob?
No.
No?
Wait till it
Why
dings by
not?
about 45 people.
Why not? How about that?
Ah, there we go.
There we go. We'll turn it on. How's that? Good morning, everybody. We're coming to you live right here from inside the main build facility at Bubba's Exotic Motorsports. It's Friday, the Friday before Christmas, Bub. I'm Tom. We all know the Master Bub. Good morning, Bub. How are we doing today?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good so far. I have been doing nothing but working on Christmas presents all day long.
Yes, you have. You are one of Santa's elves, we know.
This is true, actually, because I have
probably one of the biggest elves he's ever had.
like 4 clients that are getting Christmas presents built and ready for them to go for pickup within the next 45 minutes.
Isn't that crazy?
Pretty
man?
solid.
This episode is brought to you by Bubba's Exotic Motorsports. That's Bubba'sExoticMotorsports.com. Please visit us for all of our online apparel and accessories and about 19,000 new parts. Ditto Tire, American Racing, Steeda Autosports, Borley Exhaust. It's all out there, Bub.
Yep.
It's all out there, isn't it, man? It's crazy how much stuff is going out there. Miss Outlaw Boutique. Miss Outlaw Boutique, the moose is loose in Abacoa, ladies and gentlemen. 561-660-6695. Today and tomorrow are your last 2 days to make a mad dash into Miss Outlaw and get the finest in boutique fashions and accessories, Bub.
Yeah, man, they've got a lot of things going on right now. Crazy Christmas sales, man. They have been doing sales literally since the start of November, getting ready for the holiday sales. They had the fall festivities going on over there. They have done men's night, shopping night with crazy discounts for all the guys getting their ladies things. There have been girls' nights. There have been wine and sips. There have been sip and shop or something like that.
Something like that.
So
yeah.
there have
They've
been
doing it, man. God bless
crazy
them.
amount of things over there that they've had going on. Everything that they have from a holidays perspective right now, everything from December 1st all the way up through New Year's, you can get anything you could possibly imagine. I'm talking stuff from accessories to watches to jewelry to custom jewelry pieces to outfits to accessories to, let me see here, like the incense things that you burn in your house to the balls that you put in your shower.
Shower balls.
I'm talking about the ones you put them in the water and then they foam up.
Exactly.
Bath bombs.
Only Greg would know that.
He sits at home every night and plays with them with his rubber ducky.
Bath homos. Exactly. How about that, right? I mean,
So anything and everything you can imagine all the way through New Year's. If you guys haven't gotten your girls an outfit for New Year's yet, you might want to get on MissOutlawBoutique.com and check out all of those New Year's dresses, dude. Let me tell you, they are jaw-dropping.
Cars and Coffee of Palm Beach, the Guinness World Record holding Cars and Coffee, Sunday, January 21st. Jesus, why do I have problems with that? January 21st, 8 to noon, we will be out there along with the former Street Outlaw 405 boys. We're going to be doing a VIP appearance out there, Bob.
Yep.
Big thanks to our good friend Phil Heck over at Woodward Fabrication. Woodward is fabrication done Bubba style. Long conversations with the great guys over at Renegade Fuel coming out of the 405, Bub. Look out, VP. Somebody's knocking on your door. Bub, this is the 2016 Equinox that was crushed in the rear end. Ironically, I was talking to one of the 405 boys yesterday from the former Street Outlaw show, and his mom was driving one of these, the cousin to this, the Acadia, and was stopped on the highway and hit by a guy at 75 miles an hour. 70 miles an hour. I don't want to misrepresent it. 70 miles an hour, and crushed it in much the same area, and he couldn't believe how tough these little vehicles were.
Yeah, they're pretty solid. You know, a lot of today's vehicles are of a unibody structure with a front subframe and a rear subframe for all the chassis components, you know, suspension, springs, coilovers, struts, whatever it is you're rocking on there. A lot of them do come with just a body, a fully assembled body that is very structurally sound, but then also the subframe, which would be like your suspension area. All of that is removable nowadays. It's always been removable,
Sure.
But you're not working with a full frame unless you're working with something like pickup trucks in today's vehicles. But SUVs, the smaller cars, you know, like the old days, you were working with Chevelles that were still a smaller muscle car style. Nowadays, you're working with Challengers, Camaros, Corvettes. That's all just unibody stuff with these, you know, what you call K-members, subframes, whatever it is, a lot of people consider them. You bolt those things on. So in accidents, pros and cons. So the pro is you can unbolt that subframe very quickly.
Yes.
Typically a matter of 4 or 6 bolts. I mean, then you have, it seems really easy when I say it like that, but you've got the main subframe bolts, but then you have all your brake lines, your electrical connectors, your harnesses, you have whatever you've got running from a differential standpoint, front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, you have all those components you need to take into consideration. So it's a lot easier to just unbolt, drop the subframe if maybe only the subframe got bent. Typically those things bend very easily because they are a lighter weight steel, but they are structurally really strong. They are meant to flex, they are meant to bend in case of an accident.
Yeah.
That's the purpose of them. So it's easy to work on them. You can unbolt them, stick on a new one, and let it roll down the road. However, when you get into something where it's a severe accident, when that subframe gets so far damaged, whether it be a front or rear, again, doesn't matter, but when that gets damaged so hard and so violently, it is hard mounted to the chassis itself, to the body of the car,
Yes.
and that will literally damage everything up on the body as well. It will literally tweak that entire body.
Yes.
In a matter of inches, 2-3 inches. It will literally fold everything under because it is just a lighter weight material that it's bolted to.
And that one of the good things, as you say, to your point, is you have the crumple zones,
Yeah.
so that it kind of just takes that shape, and that wrinkling of the body actually saves lives, Bub.
Yeah.
Not to mention the internal airbag deployment. Good morning to Brian Luftwaffe out there, one of the 405 boys. Good morning, beautiful people. Jeff Grant, good morning. Good morning, guys. He says, happy holidays. I say Merry Christmas, Bub. Larry Williams, good morning and Merry Christmas to you, my good friend.
And he's
up there
actually-
in Georgia. He's in the hospital still.
Yeah, he's going to be in the hospital. I saw this morning, I think for another 7 days, 7 or 11. So he's going to be in there through Christmas. It sucks for him, but he's making a good recovery. He's in the inpatient right now. So
Oh,
it's
he is
good.
inpatient?
Yeah.
Larry Williams, as you know,
Which
ladies
means
and
he's only
gentlemen.
in there for the food and drinks, and probably the nurses.
Well, the nurses probably with Larry.
For the most
Larry
part.
Williams owns, Bob,
Sunnyside Trim Shop.
Sunnyside Trim Shop, and they are up there in Georgia. He also has residence here. Larry's an amazing guy and an amazing upholsterer and restoration guy. He does the best work out there next to our guy, Greg Diaz, in the business, Bob.
Yeah.
He's very, very good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna knock on his door and steal some of his people, I think.
It's possible.
He's in the hospital, anything
He won't
goes.
know. It's only 7 days.
Yeah.
You've got 7 days to get it done.
That's it, 7 days to get it done, then he's out again, huh?
Yeah.
He'll be traveling all over the place again, Bob.
Yeah.
So, Bub, we got this thing back together here, new bumper cover. You did use all GM parts on this, Bob. That's gonna make a nice gift, Christmas gift for somebody to go back home, right? This thing wasn't really bad shape. It was wrinkled all the way through this area. It was hit by a Jeep at a stoplight.
Yeah, this one took a pretty solid hit, man. Everything from the rear subframe to the control arms to the trailing arms, the toe arms, I mean, everything on this thing literally folded like a 45. I mean, it literally straight bars just went completely 45. Pretty violent hit on the back, man. Everything was folded underneath of the car, the rear floor pan, the trunk area, the spare tire area, all of the rear quarter panel, all the way up to the door. Everything on this thing has been completely redone using all GM parts, so it is super easy. So when you do go to use like the rear hatch, everything does open and operate exactly like it should. Lighting works, fully clean in here, no visible signs of ever being an accident on this thing.
Damage, yeah, absolutely, Bob. But that's typically how you do everything, Bob. It's got to be perfect. We did not make money on this job, just like the Monkey in Paradise and the unthankful guys over there, and this MIP Challenger that we took 6 months to complete also. But we slowed it down and did the job, man.
Well, it turns out right, man. It's it's always a lot of hard work, especially when you are working with these more modern cars. So the older ones were, I mean, they were fairly easy in the fact that, typically when they got hit, it was really not bad. It didn't crumple everything because the older cars were so strong. When you got hit in the rear end of something, maybe it would bend the frame rail a touch. If that, you could still pull those on a frame
Tuck it
machine
out,
and
yeah.
straighten them back out. These cars nowadays, and when they are involved in severe impacts, whenever you do like insurance quotes, you're not allowed to disassemble the vehicle at any point, at any standard. You can't take it apart and be like, oh, we're going to take this off, take that off to find out exactly what's, the wrong with it. So there's always that line of, is it going to be a 50-50? Is it a risky job? Should you take it in? Should you not take it in? Because there are times where you start getting involved with things and you find out that, oh, we missed a very big section because you're not allowed to disassemble. We need to now have a whole subframe sent in for this car, and then typically they cut off at a vehicle value. They give you a cutoff even if you started the work and you're at 90% of the way through. They will look at it and be like, okay, even though you've done all this, sorry guys, we got to pull the plug and total it because we're not putting any more money into it. And that's what insurance companies do. It's hard working with them, really hard to deal with, getting the right products. Typically they want you to use just aftermarket junk, whether it be from collision yards, maybe like on this one for example. They would want all used parts on a vehicle that didn't have any rear end problems, but was completely totaled in the front end and is just sitting at a junkyard somewhere. So the parts would be really cheap. It'd probably come in really busted, disgusting, and then sitting out for a long time. So you have to immediately get those out. So all you essentially do is save on the parts, spend more time in labor because you're having to take them off of that vehicle, get them sent in. Then you've got to strip them down. You've got to take them all the way down to raw metal, to reseal them in a new etching primer and a sealer, so you can paint them the proper color, and that's hoping that there's no dents, dings, scratches, nicks, anything like that.
Absolutely. You've done an amazing job on this, Bub, so I want to congratulate you. Once again, it looks real good. Couple more adjustments we're going to finish up here, Bub, but it looks really good, and everything works the way it's supposed to. Bub, let's talk a little bit about the schedule. We are going to close Bubba's Exotic Motorsports a little bit early today, if we can. Funny, we started texting at 5 this morning, saying we're going to try to close around noon, and you said the way this crew works, it'll be 8 o'clock.
For sure.
True story. Absolutely true story.
So far, we're on track with that.
So far, and I just said, you know what, so typical, man.
Yep.
So typical. We are going to try to close a little bit early. The #1 rated internationally syndicated motorsports podcast, doing it Bubba style, heard on right here and seen on Facebook, will not be airing live tomorrow. We are going to take a day off and get our personal shopping done, as you and I have not had time to start doing anything.
No,
yet.
nothing. I think I got one thing so far. One. It was actually, well, I don't know if I should say it because they're probably not watching, but well, maybe. It's a bottle of lotion.
It's a bottle of, that's right.
That's all I got.
He gets the lotion.
She puts on the lotion.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be off tomorrow. However, the very fun episode featuring Paul Sr. from my very good friend, Paul Sr. from Orange County Choppers, will be there, your friend as well. We're going to re-air last week's episode. That was a lot of fun with the 405 boys, the former street outlaws from the 405 show. So it's going to be a good time. I have new shows up for Saturday. I have new shows up for Monday, which is Christmas Day, and then we'll be back at it, I guess, Tuesday or so.
Yep.
Something like that. So anyways, stay tuned with us. Everything is up there. Shannon says, wow. I don't know why she says, wow. Remember they used to have Shannon, wow. And you wrung out your...
yeah, the guy with the big microphone on that yelled in it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, bro, you could probably talk normal and just turn the volume level up on the mic.
Say wow, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, look out with this thing in there. And it's just like, whoa, man, hold on, dude.
Probably just blew everyone's
And
speaker.
I heard yesterday from our producer and a couple of the legendary, by the way, Chet Burks, who has spent many years on Discovery and Velocity. I heard that he and one of the 405 boys had a conversation saying, Jesus Christ, is Tom on meth all the time? No, I said that's part of the beautiful dynamic of who we are as a father and son team. I'm always going very hard, so are you, but you're just a little more laid back about it.
Yeah.
It just runs in my family. It's a natural thing. You're always energized. You're always going pretty
That's
hard.
right.
You know, it doesn't mean I'm doing drugs. Doesn't mean anything like that. That's a really good personality trait to have. It's better than being a three-toed sloth.
Right? Like some people.
Like a lot of people
Like the
today.
foot draggers.
Like the foot draggers. Yeah.
Like ones that just can't get it going.
Yeah, they walk around.
Like face down.
You ever walk through like Walmart or a retail store and listen to how many people drag their feet?
Oh, are you kidding me, dude?
You're so lazy you can't pick up your damn feet.
That's terrible for your body and your knees and your posture, by the
It's
way.
horrible, man. It's just absolutely laziness, man.
It's like, chin up, princess.
Yeah. What's Shannon saying here? It's not meth. No, Shannon's right. It's not meth.
It's Monster Energy.
It's what? It's
It's
Monster
here
Energy.
at Bubba's Exotic Motorsports, we are sponsored by Monster
That's
Energy.
exactly right. Energy done Bubba style. However, if I don't drink Monster Energy, Bub, I have just as much enthusiasm, if not more, because I think sometimes when you take too much
Hey,
from
what's
an
this look
energy
like?
perspective. What does that look like? It almost looks like one of the old turn signal alarms from a British car.
Okay, picture a sack of balls right here. Now what's it look like?
Oh, okay. Shaft.
And Merry Christmas to everybody.
That's right, exactly. That's the way it is. How about that? So, Bob, that's going to be our schedule. We're going to wrap it up, let everybody get out of there as well today. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to personally thank you, and we will do it during our year in review, which is coming up, I think, next week at some point. We want to thank all of you. It's been a rough year, Bob. Hurricane Irma certainly came down and affected her damage, which caused a lot of slowness here. But we caught up on a lot of things. It stalled the business quite a bit. A lot of good things, though, came as well, Bub.
Yep.
And we're just going to keep on pushing forward, Bub. We've got some great news coming out in 18 with the amazing Chet Burks and the former Street Outlaw Boys, the 405 crew. A lot of good stuff going on.
All right, I got to go. You're just rambling.
Right?
Yeah, keep on doing it, Bubba style. Merry Christmas.
There you
Peace.
go. That's what I was waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. This episode has been brought to you by Bubba's Exotic Motorsports. That's Bubba'sExoticMotorsports.com. Miss Outlaw Boutique, the Moose is Loose, down in Abacoa. They are open through Sunday, then they're closing it down for the holidays as well. So, Miss Outlaw Boutique, 561-660-6695. Big shout out to Chet Burks, the best producer in the world out there, ladies and gentlemen. Check him out, ChetBurks.com. Check out all of his great stuff, Naked Speed, Cafe Racer, What's in the Barn, Oh, Billy Lane, Sons of Speed. By the way, Bub, did you see Billy Lane playing his guitar last night? It was a guitar he bought in 1980 after the AC/DC tour, and he was playing it very well. He was playing some of Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution, Bub. Did you see that? Billy Lane, the talented, world-famous chopper builder. Chet Burks is the best of the best out there. He really is, ladies and gentlemen. Very good. Cars and Coffee in Palm Beach, the Guinness World Record holding Cars and Coffee event. This month, or the upcoming month, it'll be January 21st, 8 to noon. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving into the holidays here at Christmas. It's hard to think that October, not Thanksgiving, but Halloween was just around the corner, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? It's just back behind us in our rearview mirror, and here we are today. So it's Christmas time, ladies and gentlemen. We may not have everything we want in life. A lot of you suffer from a lot of different things going on out there, but what we do have is love in our hearts, and let's keep it there. We've got happiness, we've got joy. It doesn't matter how hard things seem to be, let's just be positive about it and know that there's something good on the backside of it. If you see somebody who's got a lot of packages in their hands or an elderly person, please hold the door, ladies and gentlemen. Make it good for them. If somebody's got holes in the bottom of their shoes, give them a pair of your shoes. The running shoes that stink in your trunk, give them to them, man. Make their day a better place to be. And if somebody's hungry standing there on the corner, ladies and gentlemen, offer them a meal. Just take them to Citgo, 7-Eleven, Giant, it doesn't matter. Wherever you take them, it's your $5 cup of coffee from Starbucks that'll feed their stomach. Ladies and gentlemen, Bubba, myself, and the entire BEM crew here, thank you for a wonderful 2017. We'll be doing a year in review with a lot of funny stuff coming up, and we want to say thank you for allowing us into your hearts and homes, millions of you around the world, for the last 12 months. We wish all of you a very, not happy holiday, but a very Merry, Merry Christmas, and a very Happy New Year to come behind that. Until Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, we do have great stuff up on the Bubba's Facebook page, and we also have some great shows up over on Blog Talk Radio. Until Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for letting me be and Bub be part of your life. We love you, and we'll see you then. Merry Christmas.